In this video, we're going to cover why you need to pay attention to vibe marketing, what it is, how it can help you, no matter you have a SaaS product you want to promote, you're a marketer with a big brand, you're SME, whatever. Vibe marketing is the future. So let's cover the basics. You gotta know the basics before you move on towards the next step and how to utilize, implement this. So the basic is that vibe marketing has 4 pillars. The first one is AI-powered execution. So it replaces manual marketing tasks with autonomous AI agents that generate, design, and launch campaigns. So the thing is that nowadays you don't need human hours to do all of these steps. All of the autonomous steps can be done by agents. Whatever you have campaign planning. Yes, even the strategy, AI LLMs are developed so that they can help you with the strategy. So starting with the strategy, starting with customer pain points, you have a strategy, you create a campaign, and then after that you start generating ad creatives, and then you launch the campaigns. Vibe marketing is making this process with all these different steps more efficient by using these different tools that are available for vibe marketing. The other thing is, which is not as important, but still it is important part, is the emotional connection. So emotional connection first. I've been doing drop shipping for a couple of years. I've been doing performance marketing for 10 years. I've been doing SEO for 8. So I've been in the marketing field for 10 years. And what I can see is that even though with the performance marketing, we're looking at numbers, we're looking at how many conversions did this campaign bring, I see the most well-performing campaigns are the ones where you're connecting with the audience on not only the level that, okay, they need this product, but also in the level that they want this product. It's on an emotional level. So also with the brand, when creating these campaigns, you gotta tap into the emotions here, tap into the whatever, making them successful. That's already an emotion. If you have a SaaS product for marketers, making them successful in what they do in their job, that's on an emotional level. They're already imagining in their thoughts, in their brains that, hey, this is gonna enable me to be more successful. So that's another thing. I see all of these SaaS products, AI agents and stuff like that. Yeah, you can sit back, drink your coffee, do nothing. AI agents will do stuff for you. I think that might work for some people, but mostly your buyers want to be enabled by these products, not get them to replace you. So in a way, the messaging should be different. The messaging should be that marketer's best friend, or you're going to get 100 things done in the same amount of time with our tools. So it's more of supporting, enabling than trying to replace you. So you gotta go into the buyer's shoes. You gotta see what emotions they're going to look for when they're buying your products. As mentioned, there's going to be unprecedented scale and speed. Vibe marketing enables marketers to rapidly generate, test, and optimize hundreds of campaign variations simultaneously. So someone might ask, hey, isn't this expensive? No, it doesn't have to be expensive. Just like drop shipping, you have €5, $5 for each campaign. You already know with that amount of money which is going to perform and which isn't. And then the ones that perform well, you scale it up. The ones that perform usually are checking the second box. So they are checking the emotional connection first box. And the ones that failed, no use in putting more effort, putting more money into those campaigns, because at the end of the day, I have heard so many times that just let the algorithm do the work. Meta algorithm, TikTok, whatever. Let them Google, let them have a learning phase, and they're gonna learn and find the right audiences. No, I disagree. I completely disagree with this approach. I think that one day, 24 hours, €5, $5 per campaign is enough to know that are these creatives working or not. So with web marketing, it's all about execution, all about putting out these ads and putting out these messages and seeing which messages resonate on an emotional level. And you have AI to help you with this. And again, my point is that all 3 points, efficiency, connection, execution, AI can help with that. But there should be a human guided strategy. That's the thing. Based on Andrei Karpathy's vibe coding, he coined this term, but it's now mainstream. So based on this, the human set the strategic direction and then the AI handles the complex execution. So with vibe marketing, it's the same thing. It's basically the same thing, but it's another level, because vibe coding, where it's logical, you can teach these algorithms to generate really good code, and they learn. They learn. For example, I've created tens of vibe coded apps and I've shipped 3 or 4 of them. Actually, this one is made with one of those. So vibemarketingmetrics.com, I created this marketing material, this presentation with one prompt. So I've done these vibe coded apps, and I know that for vibe coding, the thing is that it gets really hard. It's really hard to create an app that is novel, that is new, because these algorithms don't have the learning data behind that. But if you try to create like this crypto management app, which every other person is trying to create now, yes, they can create it for you with a couple of prompts, at least the first prototype version. And that's because they have the learning data about it. If you try to create a calorie counter app, same thing. I've done this. I've had my YouTube videos I've had created on this. So yes, but if you try to create anything novel, anything new, it's gonna have challenges. But that's a good sign, because that means that you're creating something new and it's supposed to be challenging. And with vibe marketing, there's a lot of these apps, but there's not a single app that does all of these things at the same time. And that's a different thing. It's easy to create a no-code app builder, but with vibe marketing, it's a different thing, because marketing isn't that logical. Marketing's all about creativity. So with marketing, you have all these different channels, all these different approaches and platforms, and you can't just focus on one of them. You need to consider all of them. Of course, by focusing at one of them, you get good in one of them, and then you scale and move on to the next one. But you need to consider all of the channels. And that's why we don't have currently a vibe marketing tool that does all of this. You have vibe marketing tools for answer engine optimization, for SEO. SEMrush is pretty good. I wouldn't say it's vibe marketing tool. SEMrush and Hrefs are really good because they have the keyword data. They have the site audits and stuff like that. So those are really good. Then you have social listening tools. Those are really good too. And then in addition to that, yes, you have Google's AI Max that with prompts you can run campaigns. You have the Meta campaign Advantage Plus optimizer. You just feed in creatives and then it does the job for you. And now Meta is also creating their own prompt to campaign launcher. So that's going to be a big thing. But meanwhile, we have to consider the fact that there's so many of these tools. There's so many of these platforms. I didn't even mention X. I didn't mention LinkedIn. So it's really hard to integrate between these two and all of these platforms. I want to plug in my own platform, which is Vibe Marketing Metrics. This one helps you execute, helps you plan campaigns, helps you design campaigns, helps you create ad creatives, helps you run technical analysis for your website audits with one single prompt, answer engine optimization, seeing like where you're ranking currently for which kind of queries, how is your ChatGPT, Google AI mode, Google AI overviews ranking for your brand and what you need to do to improve that. And there's also a hire a human button. If you have a plan ready, you know what to do, but you just don't have time to do it, then there's a option for hiring a human, and they're very AI savvy. They're going to help. They're going to use AI tools to do the job, which means that you're gonna pay less for the job compared to if you would hire a full-on marketing agency to do the job. I also want to mention N8N and Zapier, which are really good vibe marketing tools where you can create these specific workflows for vibe marketing. And with these workflows, you might need 10 workflows or 10 or something, but still you have a good stack of vibe marketing workflows that work for you. Now we've covered the key features. There's autonomous AI execution, just as mentioned. N8N and Zapier and these kinds of tools are really good for this. I wouldn't necessarily say that they're AI agents. They're just workflows, logical workflows that you set up and then that are executed on a determined time. So really good. And you can basically do a lot of things. You can create content, you can design visuals, you can probably even, you can optimize campaigns too. When you connect it to your ad platform, it can also optimize campaigns. And that's really important. You can, because you have the massive testing scale, you can scale hundreds of marketing variations in real time. And as mentioned, discover the winning combinations of copy, visuals, and tones. I really want to highlight the fact that there's a rule of success. You can test all of the things, all of these. You can put so much effort in creating the perfect marketing campaign, and then it might not bring the results that you were expecting or compared to how much effort you put into that. So whatever it is, putting out a blog post, creating content, creating ad campaigns, there's a rule of thumb that only less than 5% are going to be winning, meaning that they're either going to be viral or they're going to bring the 80% of all the results are brought really not by 20%. This is not the 80-20 rule. 80% of all the results are going to be brought by 5% of your campaigns. And then when you scale it up, you learn, you might get it to 20%, and the 20% is the sweet spot, but you won't get more than that. You won't get more than 20%. So in that sense, you gotta have the testing scale. You gotta find those winning campaigns, winning blog posts, winning topics. For that, this is the thing. This is the bread and butter of vibe marketing. And another point I want to highlight is the continuous self-optimization. So this is what the ad campaigns do really well. All these platforms, Google does it really well, Meta does it really well. This is the learning algorithm thing. But if you feed in the wrong things, the wrong creatives, it's not gonna work. So it's gotta give you it. Gives a really good signal back. In the first 24 hours, you get if you're an e-com, you get a add to cart, or you get even a purchase. That's a really strong signal. Or if put out a blog post, it might take some more time. 24 hours might not be enough, but think about it this way. 24 hours from when it is indexed in Google, you already know that, hey, the CTR impressions, this, you know in which direction it's gonna go to. Because with Google, because with organic traffic, it takes longer to index your fresh new content. So in that sense, with ad campaigns, you have the 24-hour rule. With Google, with organic website content, you need to have a couple of more days. But with organic video, YouTube, TikTok, you already know YouTube might take more than 24 hours, but with short form video, you already know if it's going to succeed or not. And then the emotional and cultural fit. AI analyzes trends and sentiment to simulate and refine brand vibes that resonate deeply with target audiences. This is something that we already covered, and this is a massive, big feature of vibe marketing. Then if we think about vibe marketing compared to traditional marketing, so yes, it has competitive advantages. Of course, nowadays the issue with all these marketing agencies is that they have big teams of 10 people, which means that they also have bottlenecks, and they might take 1 month, even 2 months to launch a simple campaign because they just take so much time on the strategy, and then the execution is secondary. And then even though how much research you have done on your buyers, the campaign might flop. It might not bring the expected results. So whenever ever you're launching campaigns, you gotta think about it. Speed is an advantage. If you can do 5 to 10 times more efficiently than all these agencies and someone that puts out one campaign in a quarter, and you can put out 10 campaigns in the same time period, the odds are for you in your favor, because as mentioned, 5 to 20% campaigns bring 80% of the results, which means that you have a way bigger chance to hit that and find those winning campaigns, winning concepts, winning messaging. And that's not a small deal, that's a really big deal. The other thing is that from weeks you can execute, you can launch, you can plan these campaigns, execute and launch these campaigns in hours instead of weeks. And then of course there's the perception over product. You shift from a feature-focused approach to building a powerful brand perception and emotional connection first. The thing is that even nowadays, if you think about SaaS products, anyone can build a good SaaS product by vibe coding, using Lovable, using Replit, using Bolt. So anyone can do these things. The advantage is how to market that, how to find customer pain points. I am making a whole another video of creator-led marketing, and I think that's one part of vibe marketing too, which means that these creators, you create content, you create content on YouTube, you show your journey on how you're going to build this business. Basically, I'm doing it right now too. And then the other thing is that there's employee-led branding too, which means that your employees are your brand advocates on LinkedIn, on YouTube, on TikTok. And this works really well too. And then of course there's the influencer marketing, but the two first aforementioned ones are going to be 10 times better, because they're going to be 10 times more authentic, because you have your creators, you have employees, you're building an audience that are basically connected to you. There's no middle person as the influencer. I'm not saying that influencer marketing doesn't work. It does work. With the right influencers, it does work, but you gotta notice that it's still rented attention. You don't fully own that attention compared to, for example, if you were the creator, owner of the brand, or if you were employee of the brand, then it's 100% attention for the brand. What marketing also does is that it empowers small teams. As mentioned, these big marketing agencies, they might have 20 people, they might have all of these designers and SEOs and analysts and whatever. You can do that with a team of 5. You can do that even with less teams, as long as you teach them how to use these automation tools, teach them how to use AI in their advantage. So let's think about the real world applications here for vibe marketing. So it's ideal for dynamic industries where brand perception and cultural relevance are paramount. Consumer tech and CPG, so rapidly generate and adapt campaigns for fast-moving product cycles. And this is the aforementioned SaaS tools here that will be placed in this category. Fashion and lifestyle. So gotta keep the brand messaging perfectly aligned with evolving cultural trends and aesthetics. So you gotta put out campaigns as fast as you can. You see this one person, a TikTok clip goes viral, they're wearing something. You gotta start selling that. You gotta start creating that product. And this is all about seasonality. So you gotta be efficient with your campaign launches. And then media and entertainment, create authentic, engaging content that feels native to the audience and the platform. Yes, how do you create authentic, engaging content? The first thing is that in terms of engaging content, you got to learn what is engaging content. You just talk about yourself and your brand. It might be that it's not interesting, low CTRs and stuff like that. But if you do that 10 times more efficiently, you already know that what works and what doesn't. For example, creating YouTube videos. I'm really in the starting journey of creating more YouTube videos, but the thing is that the more you create, the more you see what kind of styles resonate with your audience. So the more you create, the more you learn. The same thing in real world in building brands. So then you have startups and D2C. So building a strong brand vibe from day one to cut through the noise and connect with early adopters. This is really important. It's all about who connects with early adopters first. It's all about this small market gap with startups. So, for example, there were all these startups that were making money with these image edit apps and stuff like that. But now most of them gone. Most of them, because of Google's new image optimization feature. I can't remember the name. Was it Banana Split or I think it run. But let's see, Google Banana, Nano Banana. Of course it was Nano Banana. So Nano Banana, when you can do this already in Google Gemini in the app, and it does a really good job. So what do you need these startups for? But these startups, the ones that already built the audience, the ones that have thousands of users already, they're still in advantage. They can integrate Nano Banana and they can put layers on top of that, which Google's in-app doesn't provide. Yes, if you're an early adapter, if you found that window and created app, but not only created app, but build a user base for it, an audience for it, customer base for it, then yes, you are in an advantage, even though Google brought this Nano Banana model to mainstream. And yes, I really want to emphasize, go to Vibe Marketing Metrics, check out this Vibe Marketing Agent. It can, from prompt, create you marketing campaigns, even the ad creatives, buyer personas, design campaigns for you, design marketing messages for you, for your brand. And if you're into SEO, answer engine optimization, and you gotta be, because people are searching for information from Google, from ChatGPT. They might not even visit your website. You might see from your Google Analytics that there's people coming from direct traffic directly to your contact us page. Why is that? Maybe they found out about your brand, they found sufficient information on your brand in ChatGPT and answer engines, and now they're ready to convert. I might not even be surprised if Google or ChatGPT brings out a feature that you can send out a contact request straight from their platform. I won't be surprised. That's where we're going. I won't be surprised if AI agents send out contact requests on your brand's website. That's also where we're going. So yes, go check out Vibe Marketing Metrics. It really helps you launch these campaigns. Oh yeah, and it also creates blog posts, blog articles on a specific topic and your request tone. And then it also adds images, cover image and header image and in between images to these blog posts. So go check it out. And as a summary, Vibe Marketing is really in early stages, and there's no one single tool that helps with vibe marketing, but there are many tools. Go check out my own tool, vibemarketingmetrics.com. And if you want to automate workflows, check out N8N, check out Zapier. And then if you really, basically Vibe Marketing Metrics also gives you keyword data. You just got to prompt and tell it what keyword data you want. But I really do want to mention SEMrush and Ahrefs, the traditional SEO tools, because I've used them quite a lot too. So that was it from me. If you want to see my journey to grow Vibe Marketing Metrics, grow this channel, and also maybe, who knows, maybe create another coded app that brings traction. And if you're into these kind of videos, check out these videos where I create a crypto trading agent. Till next time.